Okay, we're now take 2 because the energies are fantastic and messing up the computer. Okay, love technology. Just gonna wait. So much to say, so much to say. Ah, there she is again. We're gonna wait. All right, we're gonna try this again, everybody. Oh, I gotta put my hands down. Sorry, guys. I'm sorry that you had to click back on. Yes, let's try this again. So go ahead and invite yourself. I'm so sorry. Thank you, and all of my little light workers watching this and sharing. You guys all know too well about energy, and I know I'm not gonna throw my hands around. It was a powerful weekend, and I'm messing up electronics. It happened all day yesterday, and I'm not gonna do that. So I'm going to add them on. So please welcome our guest, Tasha and Mariah. We're going to talk to spirit guides. You guys can now, Tasha, here we go. You guys can now share this, okay? Yeah, second time. Okay, I'm going to put my hands down and I'm not going to talk. Yay! Here we go. I think we're normal now.
We got my phone this time to try and see if that would work.
Yep, just like that, it works. Hello from Ireland. Hello, you guys. Thank you for joining us. Now we are on. I'm going to not wave my hand, and they are going to talk. So sorry, guys. We're going to say this all over again. Sorry. Thank you for coming back on.
Okay. Hold it. That's what we're going to do. We're going to hold the phone like this.
Okay, you guys don't have anywhere you can sit it up on?
Let's see.
Where was it before?
Well, we were using...
Yeah, and then just step back so we can see you guys. Perfect. And then scoot together and scoot together. Perfect. Go ahead.
All right, so we are back for round 2, and we're talking about spirit guide communication for beginners.
So how did you guys get into this? How did you guys decide that you guys were going to start working with spirit?
Well, I started with tarot, and then I met my BFF and development partner, and we are stubborn as all get out. And we were convinced. We decided, you know what? We want to talk to spirit too.
Mm-hmm.
Do this, because she had always had flashes in her childhood of precognition and just things that would happen that were crazy. Mm-hmm. And so we just very stubbornly decided that we were going to do it no matter what. And we tried everything underneath the sun to find methods that worked. And then we finally found one. You want to tell everybody what we tried before?
Oh, what did we not try? We have sat down underneath the sky and imagined a shape, a fruit, or something like that, and would say, okay, tap in, what am I thinking about? I mean, yeah. we truly tried the telekinesis. We have put things on flashcards and turned them over, and let the other person hold it. We didn't really get anywhere with that kind of stuff. When it was just for like child play aspects of it, we didn't get anywhere. But once we started putting meaning behind what we were looking for, it just started happening. It started coming. Would you agree?
Yes, I would agree. So basically, one of the things that a lot of people teach whenever you're trying to learn intuition is a lot of people teach trying to tell what color car is going to come around the corner, or try to guess what the next person you see is going to look like, or what am I holding in my hand, Mm-hmm. It just didn't have consistency with that because it felt like we were just playing games. And so we still wanted to keep the energy of fun with what we were doing because it is fun. This is joyful work, learning to do this. Mm-hmm. But we came up with a method that we call the scenario method. And that is where you create a fake situation for a fake problem. And you can't tell each other what it is. That's how you know it works, is you have to tap in blindly to what is going on. And so For instance, I'm going to tell a story of my 12-year-old, what he did. I'm going to tell you about the party.
Oh, yes, please.
So I had a situation, and I gave it to my son. He's 12. His name is Jackson. And we tried to think of a situation that was age appropriate. And the situation was everybody else was invited to a party but you. And so whenever he tapped in, he always starts off looking at his feet. It's really precious. Like in his mind's eye, he always is looking down at his feet, and then he turns and looks around. Well, in this vision, he tapped in, and one of the very first things he said was, "It feels like I'm at a party." Didn't he say that?
Yes.
And so, but what he noticed is he was wearing regular clothes. He was wearing blue jeans and a t-shirt. And everybody else around him was wearing this really elaborate costume, and they were all wearing the same costume except
Nice.
for him. So he didn't know what the situation was, but once we told him, he was able to see the symbolism behind it. And so with the scenario method, all it is learning how your guides communicate with you, learning the symbols they use, and a lot of it is intuitive. You know, waters are emotions. If you're on a stormy sea, you know, their emotions are feeling really wild. Or if you see somebody walking out in the desert, their emotions are dry, or they're not feeling like their needs are being met. So that is the scenario method, and it is a lot of fun, and it works best if you have a partner.
Okay. And did you find the kids were easier to work with than adults?
No, everybody has been able to do this. She has a stepdaughter who is a mechanical engineer major, and she's not, you know, she's able to do it. Everybody can do this.
You have to believe in yourself. You have to allow the possibilities to present themselves. You can't go in with a closed mind or have an expectation that you want to meet, because that's not going to happen. And when you have those expectations, it actually limits you for what you actually can do. And that's what I try to tell everybody. Just don't have those expectations. Just come in and have fun and just allow yourself.
How long is your guys' program?
Well, we have a free development group where we're we're just doing scenarios a few times a week, and then that way everybody can take turns and just tap in and help each other.
And this is for people truly like beginning and opening up to spirit. Is that who you guys are working? Okay. Yeah. And that's in a private group page, right?
Yes.
Nice. Okay. And then if they were wanting to do, I think you guys mentioned talking about your
one-on-one leadership program. And all that is really, that's just accelerated learning. It's still a lot of fun. We become like your BFFs because we're talking on the phone so much. But it's quicker, because if you do the free group, you get like 1 or 2 a week. But if you do 3 hours of scenarios, you can fit in 20 or 30 scenarios in an hour. We have a little bit more experience in knowing if you're seeing something in your vision, we're going to guide you on if you need to look at that a little bit harder, if you need to ask another type of question. And that just comes from experience. But if people out there, if you wanted to do this right now, and you have a best friend or somebody else who is interested in learning how to do this, you can tell them right now, this is what we're going to start practicing with, and you're going to blow your mind.
That's awesome. And how much is that, the one-on-one or whatever, the coaching?
For 4 courses, 4 hours, it's $149.
Okay, awesome. And you guys, their website is on the post that I posted yesterday, so you guys can reach that out and find in the comments. That's awesome. Phone calls.
Sorry.
No, all good. So can you tell, the more that you guys have worked with it, the more you've grown?
Oh, absolutely. And I want to say it's kind of like a roller coaster ride, or being in a park every day, an amusement park, because each day we learn something new. You know, we get a different message that really drives us to keep going and go further.
Absolutely. And I mean, the amount of messages that you can pass to somebody is infinite. You know, the types of messages you receive. We first started, the first 6 months we did this, we stuck with visions and we worked with our visions. And then we continued to move on and we would play games. We would just play word games basically where we would say, okay, I'm going to ask a scenario. What do you hear? So we would practice with the clairaudience. And then it took a little while. It took getting used to feeling the energy of spirit and being able to pass messages. But the more we did this, the more we were able to sit and know the answer without having to see things. So this is something that's going to develop you and you're going to expand, but this is a great way to start for beginners.
I love that. And somebody's asking, can you do this? Can you still do it today if you are alone? Can you do it if you're alone?
So I haven't tried this, but I think it's possible it could work. I would recommend getting a piece of paper or a couple pieces of paper and cutting it up and trying to come up with maybe 20 or 30 scenarios. This is just my brainstorming. Then if you put it in a hat and you drew one and didn't look at it, you wouldn't have any way of knowing what the scenario was. And so I feel like your guide would still be able to work with you in that way.
And I want to add to that, yes, what Tasha's mentioning, it will work because we have practiced with tarot cards.
Oh, yeah.
And I mean, that's the same type situation where we take a tarot card and we pull it out of a huge deck, face down, you don't know what it is. And then you just allow yourself to receive the message from that card. And sometimes you may see the images that are on that card, and sometimes you may just get the emotions from it.
Exactly. Exactly.
And it does work. And that's what we generally do if we can't call each other. If I have bad signal at my house one day, you know, if I get a little bored, instead of being able to call her, I just pull my tarot cards out and I start practicing. So we practice every day.
We really do, but it's because it's fun.
Absolutely.
It's just so much fun, and it just starts, your light just gets brighter and brighter, and it's like you wake up and unicorns are real and magic is real.
You just crave more. I mean, it's a beautiful energy to experience, and it really starts lifting you, and it changes your perspective on
the entire world.
Yes.
That's awesome. Spirit's asking, have you guys started automatic writing?
I actually did this yesterday, and it was the first time that I had ever experienced it, was the automatic writing. And it blew my mind after I finished when I went back and read it, because I am not an elegant speaker.
She can't put words down on paper sometimes, and I read what she wrote, and it's like, that's really beautiful.
But I mean, and that's kind of the proof when you know you feel that energy, you feel something different's going on, and you just feel like you're the smartest person in the world all of a sudden. And you just sit down and you just let it flow, and then when you get done and you go back and you read it, and you're just like, oh my God, I didn't even know that word existed, and I used it correctly. Oh my God. And you realized that that was not you, and you were channeling it. And it really blew my mind yesterday. So yes, that was the first time I had done it.
That's awesome. So what are your goals for you, for both of you, like individually, for the next year?
Well, yeah, and I'm writing an ebook and course workbook right now for spirit guide development. And that's actually being edited right now, and I'm really excited about that because I want to explain it in really simple terms how to do this. And it's not a book that's talking about philosophies. I'm not somebody who wants to tell you what you should believe or what you should think. You know, it's you to find the philosophies that work for you, but to simply teach people how to connect and get accurate messages.
And you know, I'm a person that lives day by day, and you can ask Tasha that. I live in the moment. I don't have expectations for tomorrow. However, my goal is to continue my growth spiritually as a human being, you know, reach my full potential in this life and live up to the purpose I was created to be. So
that's awesome.
My biggest thing is being able to reach others and help them to live happy. And this happiness comes from understanding things in a different light and letting go of things and all. So I do a lot of ministry, and I'm going to continue that for sure. But
So where are you guys located?
Louisiana.
So how does that fit in sometimes the cultures down there?
it doesn't.
I like how you guys go start shaking your head. So where is most of your clientele at then?
Online. We are able to reach the whole world, fortunately, in this information age.
So what does your close friends and family think about this?
Oh, she's opening a can for that one. Go ahead on your part.
Well, that's pretty good, but my circle had kind of dwindled down a little bit naturally ways. But I have a husband who is very supportive. He grew up reading sci-fi. So I think he was a little prepared to have a crazy wife who thinks that she's talking to all of these people, you know. But I'm very fortunate that he supports me, and I have a good family.
That's awesome.
I have to say, you know, I've got a wonderful family full of love. They all live differently. They have different beliefs. And they are wrapped up in traditions so bad that if they truly sat and thought about everything that I did and they put it into perspective to their teachings that they have received all their life, I would be burned on a cross already. So, but I will say my immediate family, my husband, my children, they witness the miracles every day in the household. So they have come to believe it on their own. I've never pushed it on them, but they have accepted me and they've allowed themselves to be a part of it without them even realizing it. So I would say, as far as our families, but as far as friends, the communities, I was an assistant warden at a prison. And
I met her.
And just retired in January to go with this full force, to commit myself completely. And when people started realizing what I was doing, believe you me, I have had some comments, I have had some looks, but I don't care because I know this is what we're doing. And they will realize it when it's time for them to realize it. And I'm just going to love them through their misunderstandings.
That's awesome. Well, I think all of us can understand and agree with sometimes people not understanding, but keep following your inner guidance and trusting. Every time I keep talking, I keep getting feedback. Spirit is playing very hard with electronics in this whole ascension. So what do you guys got planned for this ascension process that's happening this weekend, 11/11? What are you guys going to be doing?
I think I'm going to focus on my meditation.
Personalize?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Definitely a lot of energy is coming in. What about you, Mariah? What are you going to do?
I really want to allow what doesn't serve me to be released so that I can truly be aligned. I think that's the biggest thing because we are big on conviction with ourselves. And, you know, I shouldn't have to keep having that amount of conviction. I should be able to release those things.
So did you guys go to any schools or did you just kind of let Spirit come in and work with you guys?
Spirit.
Spirit.
That's awesome. Very cool. I love it. I love it. So do you guys have any questions? You guys want to talk about anything else?
I can't see any comments. So if somebody is saying anything, I'm sorry, I'm not seeing.
No, it's fine. I keep reading the comments. People are just saying hi. That's why I asked, like, where are you from? Their website is located on the page that I posted yesterday, and we can post it in this comment afterwards. Well, that's exciting. And you guys, you said is 4 videos, right?
No, it's not videos. It's phone calls.
Oh, phone calls. Okay. 4. Okay, phone calls. Awesome. Perfect. So they can just reach you on your website. Ooh, I can't see what is pinned. Hold on.
Promystics.
Okay. So we got, yeah. So you guys, thank you so much for being my guest and telling us all about your info and the new things that you guys are doing. I'm so excited to, yes, their information is posted. If you scroll back through this page, excuse me, if you want to, I'm getting distracted. If you guys want to connect with them, they'll put their link in this comments, and it's also in the post from yesterday. You guys, thank you so much, and many blessings to your guys' journey, and I know we'll be talking soon.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You guys have a great day.
You too.
Bye.